Okay, we're back to making stock videos. How great is that? Excuse me. I have some cheese stuck in my throat from a Baby Bell. My first concussion. Uh, my first concussion. This is a fun story. Luckily it was a minor concussion. And I do say my first. I've had two. It was a minor concussion, luckily. I was knocked out cold, but, so, I am a country boy. I feel like people should know that by now. I'm a redneck. Not so much a country boy, I'm more of a redneck. It's hard to tell by my, my incredibly pale face and everything else. But I'm a redneck. I'm just super white. Why am I playing with a mousetrap? So the first time I got a concussion. I get hurt a lot, by the way. I used to get hurt a lot. I still get hurt a lot. I got hit in the head a lot. So, real quick. It's not a sound a head should make. But, what was I thinking? So, I am a country boy. I am a redneck. There's a difference. And I grew up with my cousins. My cousins were over pretty much all the time. It was either they were over my house or I was over their house. I didn't have other friends, so I would play with my cousins, and because they liked having me around for the most part. We have, over in Ohio, I'm not sure if you get these in a lot of other places, but up here in Ohio and Pennsylvania, and I believe West Virginia, we get a lot of wild grapes. And wild grapes just so happen to grow on really, really, really thick vines. They look like the jungle style, like swinging on a vine, Tarzan style kind of vines. They can be about this thick around. We had just seen the Tarzan movie. Me and my two older cousins, both of them are girls, and me and my two older cousins, we are going out to the woods. We have this. There was one of these big Tarzan style grapevines next to this fallen tree. This half fallen tree. It was up onto another tree joint like that. And it looked safe enough. So my cousins have the bright idea to walk up onto for us all to walk up onto the tree and take turns swinging on the vine. So my oldest cousin went first. She swung, she landed. Everything was perfectly fine. My second cousin jumps off. My second oldest cousin grabs onto the vine, jumps off, swings, lands perfectly fine. Now, it's my turn to. It was my turn to. It was my turn to swing on the vine. So, I walk up onto the tree. And I grab onto the vine. And I look at where I want to go. And I get ready to jump. I jump off. And the tree that I was standing on falls underneath me. So I'm now, because I pushed off weird, I'm heading off in the wrong direction. I'm heading head first into another very large tree. And all I can think to myself is, oh, holy crap, I'm 10 feet up in the air, and I can't, because I'm 10 feet up in the air, and as I'm swinging, the ground is only getting lower because it's on a slope. And, it's in like a divot. What my cousins were doing was they were swinging across and coming up and then landing over here. What I was doing was, instead of that, I was going along this way into a tree. So it was just getting lower and lower as I was swinging across. So I was terrified. I was like 7. So I was like 6 or 7 years old. So it was not a I was like 6 or 7 years old. So it was like I'm scared out of my mind. I hadn't yet become a parkourist. So I'm swinging. All I can think of is, oh, holy crap, I'm going to die. And I hit head first into a tree. Just flipping. I swing, hit the tree. I bounce off the tree a little bit. I am out cold. I let go of the vine and then fall like 10 to 12 feet right onto the ground of the woods. And my cousins, they told me about this afterwards. My cousins picked me up by the arms, dragged me back over to the house, snuck me into the house, put me in my bed, and then put a rag on my head. And then they went to my mom and said, he's tired, he's going to take a nap. He was tired, he wants to take a nap. And my mom believed them. And my mom didn't find out that this happened until like a year later. I remember a very, very vivid dream that picked up right after I landed onto the floor. I dreamt that I smacked my head, fell onto the floor, then got up, kind of like, what's this? I had a big old hole in my head, like 2 inches into my head, and it was about this wide around. And my cousins go, oh, you should tell your mom about that. I'm like, yeah, that sounds like a good idea. And then we walk up to the house. I go in the house. I walk to my mom. I'm like, hey, Mom, I just hit my head into a tree on a vine, and now I have a hole on my head. And she goes, oh, it's okay. Just take a dish rag and wash it out. So I take a dish rag, I wet it down, and I wipe out the inside of the hole, and it closes up. And I'm like, holy crap, this is flipping magic. And then right after that, I wake up, and I get ready to go to school the next morning. Oh, and I told everyone about this. It was great. It was so great. It was, oh my gosh. That was my first concussion. And it was great. I have a lot of really weird stories about me getting hurt. My second one was a little less grand. I just got hit in the head with a glass cup. My brother threw a cup at my face, and I got hit in the head, and it dazed me. But yeah, that was ooh, yeah. So if y'all ever wonder why I'm messed up in the head, that's definitely a reason why. I don't know why I turned into a newscaster, but this has been my first concussion with Iron Titan. See you guys next time on my channel, I guess. I don't know. Goodbye, YouTube.